just want to make a little training exercise here with the data. So it's after 4 o'clock, market's closed. At the moment, 423, closes at 415 for a bit. But I'm just going to go bar by bar and just see what the day was like using the data, just to kind of show an exercise on how you can do back testing bar by bar. So you can just click this bar by bar, kind of see what's going on here. So even just to start right off the bat here, I mean, what I see here is an area of support. 1, 2, 3, 4 different touches here. You've got a reversal bar. There is a lot of white bars back in here. And there's a couple different areas of resistance up here. It looks like 47. We really need to get to 49.50, so there's definitely room there. This would have been more ideal had this tail come down and touch this EMA. It did touch the support level. Wait, let's go ahead and, boy, that's a tough one. Mark this one. And these are kind of decisions you have to make in real time. I'm kind of really iffy about this one, but we'll mark it as one and see what happens. And that one was a winner. So let me pause the video, bring up so we can keep a tally of what we've got going on here. Hang on. All right, so I brought up a little notepad here. We can kind of keep track of how many wins and losses we have. So I've got 1 win, 1 loss. So as we're watching the market here, I mean, technically this is an area of resistance. We got several, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different touches. It could come back down. I don't necessarily like it because we just had one here. To jump right back in probably wouldn't be ideal. It was about 30 seconds or so, so it wasn't like a quick bar. We'll see what happens. And it would have won. So you could have taken that and it would have been a winner. I didn't like it. I mean, I do like all the support, but it's actually chop and not real reliable. At least this one had to move up and it was moving down, even though it stalled kind of along the way. It was kind of moving down. Hit that level of support again, was ready to move up. This one was a quick move up and just, I don't know. I mean, even technically you could take another move up here if you wanted to off of this EMA, but my rule is the tail is touching the EMA, the bar in front of it should not be. And in this case it is, so I don't like it. I don't want to take it. And it still would have won because our stop would have been down here. This would not have stopped us out. We still would have won. And again, here's another opportunity. I mean, you could take this one. We're still really kind of in chop. We're in a range. Based on the movement of this before, though, I do kind of like this, but I'm not going to take it just because who knows how long this range is going to go. There's, yeah, I just don't like this for whatever reason. There's just so many white bars in here, and there's so many more better moves that you could actually be doing. I just don't like that at all, so I'm going to stay out of that one too. And that one probably would have won. Let's see, let's check. Would have gotten in at 48. We would have needed to get out at 45. It gave us just enough. It gave us exactly 10 ticks, so you may or may not have been filled. And then it shoots back up. So here's another good example of what I don't like. And again, this may or may not work, but this is a riskier trade in my opinion. No, we don't want to do that. Okay, so in my opinion, I like this is a perfect touch. The tail comes down and touches the EMA. It's perfect. However, there wasn't a big enough move. It's just kind of ranging, and it just so happens the EMA is there. I mean, we had touches here, we had a touch here, we had a touch here. I mean, like this one in theory should have been good because it was an EMA touch. The bar before it didn't touch, but I don't like this range. There's too many white bars. I want it to make a big move before we get back into any more trades. So I'm going to wait for a big move. I'm not going to sit and explain every little thing on this one, just showing the fact that this is a chop area that's probably best just to stay out of. And when I got in here, it was stalling, but it really hadn't turned into a choppy range yet. And there was opportunity to play the ups and downs. You could have done it and been fine. If your risk level is okay with that, then if you're comfortable with that, then play it. So I'm just going to keep going forward until we get out of this chop, until it makes a decent move. Just not happening. This is at least a decent move here. Honestly, this no, this, so it broke the resistance, reversed here, came back. This probably would have been a good trade long, but I probably wouldn't have liked it just because of the structure back here. There's an area of resistance. Who knows if it would have broken through. This one it did. So this one I do like. We're past this level. It broke up through. Now it's retracing back to this one. So I would take this one. This looks like it could be okay. And it was. So that was a good win. So let me open up. So we've got 2 wins and 0 losses. And we are 10-19, so market hasn't even been open an hour yet. Moving on. At this point, I wouldn't try to just pull back. It did bounce off this less significant EMA area here. Little area of support. Probably a good trade to go long at 59. We just need to get to 61.5, which is right here. Plenty of room. But it just made a move up, and we actually traded the second move, not the first, because of the resistance levels back here. It is, I don't know, I do kind of like this move. Let's go ahead and take it. The more I talk about it, the more I like it. We've got structure back here, a couple of bounces off this line. There's room to move. It did come down near the control EMA. There's a little bit of room here. It's a little risky. Let's see what happens. Ooh, did it give us just enough? 59. No, we didn't quite make it. Are we going to get stopped out? Ah, we got stopped out. We'll mark this one with a little red marker there so we know that one was a loser. And we will mark it as a loss. See, I should have listened to my gut. I'm thinking this is too exhausted. You know, it moved up and it did, but there were reasons to take it. You heard the explanation. There were reasons to take it. We'll look for another. There are plenty of opportunities. This one, good opportunity here. I just kind of want to get out from these levels. I want some new levels to paint, and that would have been a good one. I want some new levels, and we're just kind of back in a range, a choppy range again. It's just kind of a weirdo kind of day. This one, I do like this one. I would have liked some more space in here. I'm not going to take that. I can see that this moves up a little bit, but I got a double tail on this one, which is sometimes good. The bar before it didn't touch. I would have liked to seen some more height on this one. And looks like this one probably will win, and it does. Yeah, there's just too choppy. There's just too much chop in this market right now. It needs some strong moves like that one. So this one I like. Broke through the resistance, came back, and we're at a level of reversal. We did get a support bar paint, support dot paint. So let's take this one and see what happens. Whew. That one did come back on us, but it wouldn't have stopped us out. Our stop would have been just below, a tick below this here. And we did run up, so that one was a winner for us. And if you were trading and using my 2 net trades rule, then you would be done for the day. But this is just a training exercise to show some analysis on what's going on and take some practice trades. Nothing really going on here. Apparently this one was one that I was looking at before, which I didn't like, and I'll move on from that one. Still just in chop. Needed to make a move like that. This one I kind of like. Came down, moved, got through all of this. But this one's kind of tainted because I kind of see how it could be possibly moving back up. But it didn't. I should have taken it. Should have listened. This one was a good setup because it had broken through all the structure, created its new. The only thing I didn't like was the fact that I had already seen this bar. Had I not seen that bar, the one thing that would have deterred me is the support bars, support dots down here, but that doesn't necessarily mean anything. But otherwise, it was a classic. Blew through all the support, retraced back to the line, on its way back down, and it stalled for a minute, but ultimately did go back down. And we actually got a double tail touch on those. So that would have been a good one to take, but. And then, like, you know, this one and this one probably would have been good too. Broke through a new level of support. Didn't really recharge. I mean, I like big moves. I like big moves. So we'll wait for something else to happen. Like, that was a decent move. Too big of a well, this one's got some decent support here now. Even though we're pushing into all of our lines converging, that's more of a rangy market. We could be moving up. We've got resistance up here, plenty of room to move. Let's take it. Got a support dot. And then we got a winner. All right, good. Finally getting some winners. I passed up on some good ones, but sometimes, you know, the trades you don't take are, I'd rather not take it and it win than take a bad trade and it lose. So moving on, here is you know, a double top. Got some resistance up here. If we're going to play the range, we could try and play it one more time. Not sure how I feel about it, but let's see what happens and see if we get lucky. That one was a winner as well. All right, a little ad pop up there I had to get rid of. So did we add that one? I can't remember if we added that one. We got 1, 2. So we had 1, 2, 2 and 1, 3 and 1, 4 and 1, 5 and 1. Okay, so we should have 5 wins. 5 wins. See, nothing going on here. We got to blow through all support. A little bit of a pullback. I don't like the pullback because this bar here came up and touched it as well. I think it pulled back a little too far before it reversed, and I like to see more definition, like longer tail in this on a pullback. I won't really like that one. Didn't quite 57 down to 55, gives 8 ticks, not enough, and it would have lost. This one, on the other hand, I do kind of like. We had a nice move. It was working its way back up. Hit the control line. Let's take this one. Ouch. I guess we should have done a little bit more analysis on that one. That one didn't work. 5 and 2. That being said, this whole move here broke through all of this resistance, came back down and reversed. I would have taken that one because this one would have knocked us out at this bar here. So this all would have happened later. We would have had plenty of time to get into that one. Nice winner there. And the reason that one was a winner, and this is the clarity diamond. This is a separate indicator that shows momentum. Like, we could even have a bigger move up in the market here. I wouldn't enter on these guys, but if you can get these, if you can see these, they are very good indicators of, like, here's one, you get a little bit of move down. Here's one, a little bit of a move down. Like this one, I ignored because I didn't like other conditions. So you got to do other analysis, but Same with this one. I mean, it was creating a little bit of momentum, went down a little bit, but not enough. So like by themselves, they're not enough. But together with other, like this one had a double confirmation and it just didn't work. But not all trades do. And then this one didn't have one, but we blew through all the resistance, had a pullback, and then another move up. And I do kind of like this one as it blows through all this additional. This one would have been number one, but I'm not going to take it because I feel like this could be exhausted. And it did win, but I should have taken it. But now I feel like we're going to have an exhaustion. I see the resistance bars up here, the resistance dots. And it does go back down. So yeah, that would have not been a very good trade there. So this one, yeah, this one's good. So a nice move, nice retrace down to the yellow control line. The bar before it did not touch. I would normally like a longer tail, which is a more defined move. But we'll see what happens with this on this one. And that one was a winner. Now this one I don't like for a couple of reasons. It does push up through these previous, if you look at the structure to the back, it does shoot through this resistance. It does retrace back down. This bar touches the white one. The tail is not touching the line. There's resistance dots up here. I just don't like it. And it would not have won. So here's another kind of good one. The only thing I don't like about it is it's kind of chop and then comes down to touch. But it does touch. It does meet all the rules. There's support down here. So we'll take this one. See what happens. And that one was a winner. So, I mean, 10 trades. I mean, my winning percentage is 74%. Typically 8 out of 10 will be winners for me, and that just shows you right there. It's 11:46. So this is basically, if you were trading for 2 hours, this is what you would get. I'm not going to go on because this video is already pushing 20 minutes long, but just for math's sake, 8 trades is 80 ticks won. 2 trades lost would be 24 ticks lost, so we would have netted 56 ticks times $5 a tick, $280 minus $45 in commissions, $235 in trades. If you would have traded from, I guess technically it would have been more, because if you would have traded from market open to just now, which when I traded it was 2-0, so technically I would have been, if I would have traded from 9:30 to 11:45, 2 hours and 15 minutes, I would have been 10-0. So if you add the $91 I netted from the other 2 trades, I would have made $326 net today with 1 contract. Of course, I know you can trade 5 contracts and make that, or 10 contracts. You know, if you're making 10 contracts, you feel comfortable doing that and making 12 trades a day, and you want to trade 240 days a year, I mean, you're making a nice income there. But I mean, realistically, you know, it's not wise to trade this many times a day. It's wise to just pick a couple of nuggets out of the market, call it a day, and be done. So I hope this was helpful. I can do more of these. I just wanted to show kind of some of the analysis. There were plenty of trades I missed that won. There were only a couple that I didn't take that lost. We probably could have done better had I taken some of these other ones. There was quite a bit of chop in this market today, quite a bit. And not really sure why, what was going on, but maybe we could do more throughout this week, do a couple more trading videos and see if we get a little bit better movement in the markets and see what happens. So hopefully this was helpful, and we'll try again tomorrow. We'll see you for tomorrow's trading day.